What's good, everybody? I am back with another video, and before I get started with this review here, I want to say thanks for stopping by. And if this is your first time here, if you haven't done so already, make sure you do the right thing and hit the subscribe button below. And if you enjoyed the video, then give your girl a thumbs up. Alright, so let's get it. I have this box here. This is a one-piece box. It opens up this way, and for the most part it's completely matted out except for a few glossy features like this UN/LA branding right here. It's in a black glossy font, and so UNLA stands for Union LA, which is a boutique in Los Angeles. And so this is a collaboration between Nike and Union LA, and this box design is a special design box particularly for the shoe release. And so the shoe release has 3 different colorways, and all 3 colorways come with the exact same box design, which is super dope. The design draws inspiration from travel documents like passports or flight tickets. And so on the top lid, as well as throughout the box, there's this honeycomb design that's in the RGB color, which is red, green, blue. And it's supposed to kind of look like a passport, right? There's the step and repeat design of the swoosh as well as the Union LA frontman logo. And so like passports, they have all these design features that makes it a little bit more difficult to counterfeit. And so they have that applied throughout here. And then on this longer end here, it says passenger ticket and baggage check. And then for the other long end, there is the Union LA frontman logo again, and this time it's in black as well as a swoosh that overlays it in orange. They both have a glossy finish to it. And then on the shorter end here, there's some flight information such as departure location, which is Los Angeles, and arrival location, which is Beaverton, which is the headquarters of Nike. And on the inside of the box, there's some design work with the tissue paper. So this looks more like a passport. So whenever you enter a different country through customs, you get your passport stamped. So there's Amsterdam, Japan, Los Angeles, Italy, as well as France. And then after you bypass the tissue paper, then you get to the shoe. So let's take a look inside. This is the Nike Dunk Low collaboration with Union LA, and this is in the Pistachio colorway. And this is one of 3 different colorways that released as a part of the Passport Pack. So there was a Court Purple colorway that to me looks a lot like Laker colors. And then there was an Aragon colorway, which was hyper royal with some hits of orange. And then there was this Pistachio colorway here. And all 3 pairs were sold separately on different platforms. And then all 3 were inspired by high top counterparts that were released exclusively by region. So this Pistachio colorway drew inspiration from a high top counterpart that was released in Europe exclusively back in 2003. But it may not look like it, right? But it's because there's this ripstop nylon that's translucent throughout the entire upper. But once you remove it, it'll expose these leather panels that makes the shoe look very much similar to the high top counterpart. And I think the last time I saw ripstop nylon was on the Jordan Off-White 5s. So that's really interesting. It really changes the dynamic of the shoe, even if you just remove one panel, right? And so these Pistachio Dunks were exclusively released on the Union LA website. And Union LA has been killing it with collaborations lately. Everything they touch has been a hit. So they collaborated on some Jordan 1s, and that was probably the biggest hit I've seen. And then they collaborated on some 4s twice. And then more recently, they collaborated on some Jordan 2s. So let's go to some details. So first things first, on this left shoe here, there is a hang tag, and it's made out of a really sturdy cardboard. And it's designed to look like an air baggage claim check. And there's lots of co-brandings on both sides between Nike and Union LA. And one of the sides you could write in your flight information, and you can attach the first half to your baggage or your luggage or suitcase, whatever you want to call it. And then the bottom half, you hold on to it, And so when you go to baggage claim, you just match the two pieces. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea. It falls along the same theme of travel, destination, and passports. So I thought that was dope. For the upper on the shoe, as I mentioned earlier, almost all of the panels have this translucent grid-like pattern on the ripstop nylon. And beneath the ripstop nylon surface, there are leather panels. And there's only two different colors for the leather. It's either pistachio or midnight navy. And so for the toe cap, mudguard, eye stays, and ankle collar, it's midnight navy. And for the perforated toe box and quarter panel behind the swoosh as well as collar, it's in pistachio. And the edges on the ripstop nylon are unfinished and the stitching is in white as well as midnight navy. For the swooshes on both the lateral as well as medial side, same for the heel tab. It kind of looks like patent leather because of how shiny it is, but there's 3M in it, so it's reflective. And the design isn't a grid-like pattern like the ripstop nylon, it's more curved edges. And so it looks more like snake scales. And in some areas of the swooshes as well as heel, there's some unfinished stitching, and so it gives it that under construction look. On the lateral side of the heel, there is a circular tab in midnight navy and the Union LA Frontman logo is imprinted on in white. So let's go into the right shoe. Here we have the right shoe, and tucked inside of the right shoe are the extra set of laces. So these shoes come with 2 pairs and already fully pre-laced on are cotton flat white laces. The alternate set is also cotton flat laces and they are in midnight navy. So if you want to switch it up and swap them out, you can. You have options here. And super funny, I just noticed that on this right shoe here on the medial side, it's one stitching or one stitch that sticks out. And on the lateral side, it's 2. But on the left shoe, on the lateral side, it's 1 stitch, and then the medial side are 2 stitches or 2 stitchings. I don't know if that's like a factory flaw or that's just intentionally how it's designed, but something really interesting to keep in mind. For the tongue on these shoes, they're white and it has the same ripstop nylon material on the surface. And right below it, I would think it would be a nylon tongue as well. Along the edges, it's in a pistachio color. And it's super thin. It's not like a SB Dunk tongue. It's not even like a Jordan 1 tongue. It's significantly thinner. At the top of the tongue, there is a midnight navy tongue tag, and Nike with the swoosh is woven on in pistachio. For the inside of the shoe, the lining color is in midnight navy. And the look and feel of it reminds me of the Cardinal 3s that I reviewed not too long ago. It's more of a stretchy fabric on the inside and it's a little bit more shiny. For the insole on these shoes, they're also in midnight navy. However, on the right foot, Nike with the swoosh is imprinted at the heel, whereas on the left foot, the Union LA Frontman logo is imprinted on. So there's some co-branding there for you, and they're both in pistachio. For the rubber midsole on these shoes, it's in a really bright white color. For the outsole on these shoes, it's in midnight navy, but it's translucent. So it almost looks icy, but like a darker icy color, right? And this is the classic Dunk outsole silhouette. Has a radial traction with the Nike and swoosh midfoot and it's embossed. And because it's translucent, you can see the Union LA Frontman logo at the forefront of the shoe, and it's almost like he's in a neon green color. And then you can also see this honeycomb design behind the translucent outsole. So out of the 3 colorways in the passport pack, I like this pistachio colorway the most. It's unique in its own way, but also very wearable as well. So I am a fan. I don't like all that loud stuff or the Laker colorway, which I also have. So I'm going to do a review on that as well and do a comparison later. So let me know your thoughts on which you prefer. And if you ever get your hands on these or your feet in them, make sure you go true to size. And thanks for tuning in. Until next time.